Good morning. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. In today's shave, we're going to be using Ariana and Evan's Kaizen and Sterling's Ramblin Man. So these, it's funny because I bought just a variety of soaps and aftershaves, not half of them weren't pairs, half were, and so these two I just kind of naturally paired together after just all I did was open the caps and smell them, and that's how I paired them. But it's funny when you look at the ingredients for Kaizen, and it starts off with mandarin, and it's got honeysuckle and lemon peel and green apple and some woodsy notes. I think cedar and sandalwood and a bunch of other stuff is in here. And of course, as you look at the ingredients list too, all they kept going was ooh, oh yeah, lots of nice looking ingredients in that thing. And then for scent profiles for matching, when I looked at this one, and I only looked today, literally 5 minutes ago, and I saw the scent profile was citrus and with top notes and then woodsy mid notes, whatever too. So I said, yeah, no wonder my nose kind of paired those two together. So it's similar vein, not the same. I will tell you that the Kaizen is very sweet, and this was just kind of moderate sweet. But they're in the same vein. So yes, I think they make an excellent choice together. So that's just the way I came across that. So I just thought I'd pass it along. And with that, let me wash the face, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. And today's razor, which I didn't mention earlier, is the Razorock Gamechanger 0.84 open comb. And actually, I have like 3 base plates for this, so you can tell on the bottom. I don't have my glasses on, but I can tell you it does say like 84 or OC84, so you know which aggressive level you have, because I've got the milder one too. So I've got the 8.84 solid bar, of course this one, and then I've got the open comb in the milder version, which I thought was more aggressive than the 0.84 solid bar. Just to kind of show you, so that intrigued me enough to go to this one. So that's why I progressed to this one. So, and that was after borrowing my neighbor Steve across the street. Thank you, Steve. his game changer, and tried it out and decided, yeah, I liked it and I wanted to try that. So yeah, so it's nice having razors where you can get other base plates. And I don't remember the base plates being too horribly expensive for this either. So I'm just taking apart a 3-piece. Of course, there's the base plate in the head. So notice this one's a little different because the little pegs are in the base plate instead of the cap, like a lot of people do it. Something different. So put the cap down. Actually, put those pieces down because I'm going to open it up. I discovered this blade for this razor like this blade for me, and this blade is the Nacet. So yes, I always have a few Nacets hanging around because I know this razor likes the Nacet. Let me just show you that. Let's see here. Let's do this without cutting myself. There you go, the Nacet. There we go. Yeah, it says it on both sides. So let me see. Put that on the base plate. Hold that down with my thumb a little bit. There we go. Get the top cap. Put that in there. Okay, flip it upside down. Grab the handle. And this is, I forget what they call this handle, but it had come with a different handle because they didn't have this handle in stock when I ordered it. So once it came in stock, I ordered it because I really wanted this handle. And the other handle I use, I forget what I use it on now. I switch handles around, whatever. See what I like them on. And I have a couple of spare handles too. I know I've got a spare Razorock handle that came with my my single sider. I forget what you call that, the version 3 thing that they do. It's came with that. I think I took it off there and I replaced that one with something else. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. So before this starts drying off too much of my face here, let's get this. Now, I will tell you, it looks a little more runny than usual. I'm trying something new. Started last week. Last week when I was using the Taylorville Bond Street soap, I started just to change things up a bit. I do that for my own personal amusement as well as showing you guys something different. But instead of doing 2 shakes and a squeeze after soaking my brush or getting my brush wet, I did 2 shakes but no squeeze. So there was considerable water left in the brush. And last week's brush handled that very well in the Taylorville Bond Street soap. And of course, this is a Razorock 400 synthetic. It's not flying all over the place. So yeah, it's thinner, but it's not flinging. So this is not what I would call thin. It's thinner than my usual. Seems going nice. Very sweet, very pleasant scent. Just to me, it smells fruity. I can't necessarily pick out like the mandarin and the apple and all the lemon smells. I mean, I can tell there's a little bit of citrus in there, but it's in general to me very fruity. And probably those mid notes of the woodsy notes, the cedar, sandalwood stuff, probably tame it down a bit, make it keep it from getting too fruity, but it smells very nice. But there was just so many ingredients in this soap. It's like, wow, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good oils and what have you too. And the one that stuck out to me funny, just because I've used it for other things, is the emu oil is in there. And I've used emu oil for like arthritis pain, things like that in my hands before I discovered fish oil. And I was using it for that as an external topical treatment. So I was just curious. I'm just curious, what does Peter Charkelish use? What does it do for his soap? I'm just curious. But it stood out to me is all I'm saying. There's a lot of good ingredients in there. So yeah, definitely recommend trying it out. And we're going to show you what it's like now as I get started with pass one. All right, so yeah, I will probably rinse out my razor a little bit more because it's not quite as thick a lather, so it'll be more, it will drip off the razor if I try to go, flip it around and use the other side. So I probably won't do that. Yeah, I better rinse it out. Yeah, I don't trust it not to flop and make a mess, so I'm gonna just rinse it out. But yes, water seems to activate the slickness in soap. So yeah, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying out to be a little more wet soap to see how it is on the slickness. Some are just phenomenal without me doing that, with the way I was doing it. My traditional way, I'll say, of putting water in the soap with 2 shakes and squeeze, and then adding hand droplets of water from there. So I'm gonna try. And you can see, yeah, it looks, especially now the second pass. Now they don't have 2 days growth to hold the. They have to knock it off a bit, so it's, yeah, look, you can tell it looks thinner on the face. Oh, got a little of my Vermont shirt. Vermont, for my family back in Vermont. Okay. Pass 2, across the grain. Nice light touch. Putting it weight to a razor. And I will tell you too, even though this is the 0.84, they're more aggressive exposure. Or not exposure, I'm sorry, gap. Let's use the right terms, gap. Not what I would consider an aggressive razor, even open comb. No, I really don't. More closer to mid-range, higher than mild, but more mid-range-ish is what I would consider this. I don't consider it more than that. Very enjoyable razor because it is smooth. It's nice. But this is one I could definitely shave with every day. It's not like the Merkur R41, where being an every other day shaver, yeah, it's perfect for that. But it's not so good as a daily driver. This is fine for a daily driver. I can say that because I've had it long enough since I was using it as a daily driver in my rotation back when I was shaving every day. Now I don't have to, so I kind of don't. On my home from work days, yeah, I generally don't shave. Well, sorry, working from home days, not home from work days, working from home days. Because yeah, it's Saturday and I'm shaving. There we go. Okay, third pass against the grain. Whoop. Thing's empty in the little switch fill. Come on, stay there. Don't empty my sink. Getting distracted. Going to cut myself if I'm not careful. Nice. A little nick under the Adam's apple, I see, a little tiny one. Okay. Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. Right there, a little spot. There we go, yeah. Now, of course, I'm gonna run the water because my sink's all getting a little empty here. So go. Get the right half here. Buffing pass. Super light on the buffing pass. You don't want so much pressure because it's basically you're going after the whiskers that didn't quite get fully removed in your regular pass, so just extra light. I say water only, just livening up the slickness, which is definitely not a problem for this soap. There. So one, now let's do the other side. Okay. Yeah. Right there. There. Okay, there we go. That is good. All right, let me clean up, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, guys, I am back, and I realized I didn't show you the mug I used. I mean, I've cleaned it up now, but yeah, an old vintage Avon shaving mug. So you kind of, with that little thing, you just kind of hold it like this and lather up in there. So yeah, well, let's see how it's about, yeah, fingers width apart there. Was it about 3 inches thereabouts or so? So that's what I use. Yeah, a little bit of that soap left in the bottom. So which will be coming in fine for tomorrow. I'm probably going to use something on top of it and leave that in there too as well. I have that tube of Nivea sitting up there too. I'll probably use that tomorrow on Sunday. So for now, of course, it's time for some 2 splashes of cold water to close these pores. And then, of course, then these, alum, which I left in the cabinet. Let me get that. Okay, good old Shave Nation alum. Put that cap here, put it here. Get the towel down off the wall. Alrighty, 2 splashes. Here goes. Alrighty, and yes, the splashes of water go fully over the face here, so yes, it covers my Van Dyke. It's not a goatee, it's a Van Dyke. When the mustache and the chin whiskers are connected, it's a Van Dyke. There. A little stinging around the Adam's apple there. Okay, obviously where I got a little tiny little nick there. So, okay, a little bit, not bad. Ah, yes. Okay, that's back. Now, let's try that Ramblin Man here, from Sterling. Yeah, give that a little shakes. And yes, you always see us shake the stuff up too, because some of the blends too that don't blend as well as others, and you have to shake them up. So you just get in the habit of just doing for everything, and then you're kind of covered. So, and of course, it's got the little restrictor nozzle on it too, with this nice little shape. And that's not bad. So somebody's and it's kind of like full all the way up to there. I'm going to use it once, and yes, it's going in the giveaway. So yes, this and this are going in the giveaway. So yes, I use them once. I scoop them out, so nothing touches my skin. So keep the you keep everything clean. I'm giving a generous amount here. I'm only going to use it once, so yeah, I want a generous amount. There you go. Oh, that's pleasant. I think I saw that this was like one of their newer scents too, the Ramblin Man. Put a little in the chin whiskers too. Yes. Yeah, liking that. Liking that a lot. Yeah, nice. I like that. And to me, this on the face now that and it's cooling down now, so the just the scent changes a little bit. The the woodsiness is coming out a bit more than it did in the Kaizen for me. The Kaizen, it just was so fruity that it kind of it overpowered everything else, and just maybe that probably took the woodsiness took the edge off it a little bit, but not where I could really tell it the woodsiness in it. This, as it's cooling down, the woodsiness is coming through. So yeah, and I can, I'm washing my hands in front of me too, smelling that. Yes, definitely. So it's a nicely balanced one as well. So I just two different similar ingredients, but two different takes on how it presents. But yeah, I think they paired well. Liking them both, really just like enjoy the fruitiness of the Kaizen, enjoy the little more woodsiness coming out of that aftershave. So yeah, but I think the idea they do complement each other well, I believe, and at least that's why I use them. But nice shave today. Really enjoying the shave. That Nacet blade and that Gamechanger razor. So I hope that exposed you to new things, and to see if you have comments of things you'd like to see me try too. It's it's like, especially if it's something I can afford and all that. It's like we have to work it in the budget as I'm purchasing things. But yeah, you can put in the comments. Let me know. I'll take that take that to heart, and keep consider those things. It was funny. I was looking at razors yesterday online, just looking to see what's out there and what have you. I was on Maggard's website because I just ordered a bunch of new samples, which you'll start seeing next week. And I ordered another tube. It's funny, the Nivea had a lot of hits on it, the Nivea cream, so I got another cream tube of the Old Spice that you'll be seeing that. If it comes in time, you'll see it for next week. If it does in the future. But anyway, so I'm trying to see things. I'm looking at like how the volume of comments and what have you on the videos and how fast they get those comments. And I'm trying to take that as guidance to see what you guys like to see too, because I'm liking the variety myself and trying different things. And I'll even try things that on paper, looking at the ingredients won't necessarily be my cup of tea, but maybe it's one of you would like that type of scent more than I do. So yeah, it's only a sample. I'm using it once. I'm giving it away. So for that, yeah, I would do. I wouldn't buy a tub or whatever. I was necessarily a scent I don't care for, especially if I had a chance to try it first. I do have tubs of soaps that I wasn't just overwhelmed with the scent or kind of got tired of quickly. And yeah, and if I've touched it against my face, if my brush has gone directly in the container, yes, I give those to family. That's what I do. But for these samples, I purposely just scoop it out with a spoon, that's a clean spoon, into my thing, and then say put the cap back on, and I never touch it again. It just gets given away. So in those cases, so yeah, trial and error for everybody. hope I can help with that. And with that, guys, go with God.